Good morning. Thank you everyone for being here today. Before we begin, please silence your cell phones. We would like to ensure that you're able to get photos of your cadets while they're receiving their certificates or awards, so feel free to move around a little bit. We do have our media team here. They'll be taking photos and videos, and those will be available to you hopefully sometime in the next few days. Welcome to our administration, representatives from our law enforcement partners, from our sheriff's offices, friends and family of our graduating cadets, but most importantly, welcome and congratulations to Class 348. It is a great honor to be part of this commencement, and I realize how hard all of you have worked to get to this point. During your time at the Academy, you reported during the early morning hours, participated in grueling workouts, had classes in everything from ethics and professionalism to prison gangs, and what probably seemed like an endless amount of legal classes. You just completed a rigorous training program that has prepared you to serve your communities in a unique and demanding role. Every one of you here today had the choice to either fail or succeed, and all of you chose to succeed. Let's give them a round of applause for their perseverance and determination through this journey. Thank you. At this time, the colors will be presented by the Department of Corrections Honor Guard, and the national anthem will be performed by Officer Sidney Best. Please stand for the posting of the colors and our national anthem.
Forward, march. Honor guard. Halt. Left face. Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arms. Ready. Post colors. All in. Right face. Forward march.
Thank you. Please be seated. Our keynote speaker today is Chief Dan Chestnut. Chief Chestnut has worked for the Utah Department of Corrections since 1996. He has worked in training, adult probation and parole, programming, and prison operations. In 2019, he was appointed director of the inmate placement program. In 2022, he was appointed director of prison operations. And in 2023, he was appointed as division chief over reentry and rehabilitation. He holds a bachelor's degree in political science and a master's in public administration from the University of Utah. He is the father of 5 and has 6 grandchildren. Please welcome Chief Chestnut.
It's really an honor to be here. It was 27 years ago, almost to the month, that I sat in this gym and graduated with my own class in corrections. And a lot has happened between now and then that I'm really, really grateful for. Inevitably, at some point in your life, whether it's due to age or due to a career, at some point you start to reflect back more because there's more time behind you than there is in front of you, right? That can happen with age, and that can happen in a career. And so at some point you're looking back saying, what happened in my career and how did it impact my life? And I want to share just a couple of brief thoughts today about some of that reflection that inevitably happens to all of us as we think about that. I know for the graduating class today, it seems like that's forever away, but it probably will come much quicker. There's one other observation I want to make before I complete my comments, and that is I want to recognize all of you who sit here as family members. Today, the cadets are going to be sworn in to take an oath. For you as family members, to a large extent, you're going to be taking that oath as well. And it's something that I didn't realize the impact it would have on my family. I've had a very supportive family. I've only been married once. We're in our 34th year of marriage, which I'm very grateful for. But this career does impact your family. And I want to talk maybe just briefly about how we help mitigate that and manage that impact. Henry David Thoreau made the following observation. He said, "It's not what you look at that matters, but what you see." And that can have a lot of applications. It's not what you look at, but what you see that matters. In this career, as you work through your career, you're going to look at a lot of things. It's a career that for many is largely not understood unless you've worked inside a correctional environment. It's not visible, it's challenging. It has a tremendous impact. It has an impact on the people that we have responsibility for. It has an impact on the community. It has an impact on you. It's a function in society that's essential. And it's a career that will be life-changing. I promise you that it will be life-changing. And so I'm going to invite you today to not just look at your career, but I'm going to invite you to see your career. I'm going to invite you to watch as your career develops. You're going to see people that only go through this career and look at it. And what you'll start to notice about people that only look at it is they only tend to see the negative. They don't believe people can change. They see the world in terms of us and them. And sometimes it's even their families. You don't understand me. You don't know what I'm going through. Because of the nature of the work, if that doesn't change, you run the risk of only seeing the world that way. And early in my career, I can say that I had that same thing happen. It became an us and them kind of thing. And then I had a field partner that helped change everything. And what she taught me was that I don't have to see the world in terms of us and them. I don't have to see the world in terms of all the negative. It's not just crooks and cops. She taught me that people actually do change. And what I noticed is when I adopted an attitude where I became a helper, that I could actually help people, everything changed for me. I didn't go home angry anymore. When someone did something they weren't supposed to, I didn't take it personally anymore. They weren't lying to me. They weren't acting out against me. And everything started to switch. I noticed a complete change. And in fact, I started to enjoy my career. So I'm going to invite you to not look at your career, but to see your career. It's worthy, it's honorable, and it's worth spending a career doing this kind of work. We talk about public safety. The best kind of public safety is when you feel safe. The best kind of public safety is when you'll see the world in terms of helping instead of just enforcing. There's certain roles, right? I get it. And there's times when you have to take on that role, but I promise you, after 27 years, and I get to retire next month, which I'm very happy about. I recommend public retirement to everybody. I think it's going to be absolutely great. It's going to provide some financial security to my family that I'm extremely grateful for. But I'm not leaving bitter and angry. So I want you to know that there's at least one person you know who, after a 27-year career in corrections and law enforcement, is not bitter and angry. And I only feel a deep sense of gratitude for the career that I've had. And so I'm going to invite you to see your career. Don't just look at it. You have to, at some point, make a choice that this is how you're going to be. You have to. It is a choice. Choose to be happy. Choose to enjoy your career. Choose to see the impact that you have. See your career for what it is. If you adopt an attitude of helping instead of just enforcing, it will change you. I don't care what kind of spiritual foundation you have, but when you start helping people, it changes you and it gives you life and it can be healing to you. But if you only see it as enforcement, if you only see the negative, if you only see that people can't change, if you go home every day and just feel like you want to kick the dog and all you want to do is sit with the remote control, you're missing something in this career, I promise you. You need to take another look at it. You need to reevaluate where you are, because I promise you there is more to it than that. So I'm going to end where I started. Henry David Thoreau said, "It's not what you look at that matters, but what you see." And today, on maybe day one of your career, I'm inviting you to see your career from a different perspective than you have. Don't just look at it. Thank you.
Man, thank you for that speech, Dan. That was amazing. It really was. Thank you. All righty. So the time has come. Class 348, please rise. Raise your right hand to the square and repeat after me. I state your name. As a law enforcement officer, will be fully aware of the ethical responsibilities of my office. I will strive constantly to live up to the highest possible standards, keeping in mind the expectations of my fellow officers of my agency and of the citizens that I serve. I recognize my badge as a symbol of public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of police service. I hereby vow before these witnesses to live by the law enforcement code of ethics. All right, congratulations, class 348. Prepare to receive your certificates. Left, right, face.
At this time, I would like to invite the leadership from Beaver County Sheriff's Office up. Our first two graduates represent Beaver County. Karina Perez. At this time, I would also like to welcome Deputy Tyler Davis with the U.S. Marshal's Office. He's the uncle of Bo Reef. At this time, I'd like to invite leadership from Carbon County. And our next graduate is Timothy Flemett. At this time, I would like to welcome and invite the leadership of Davis County. Jason Conover. Chase Sperry. And our next three graduates are from Iron County. At this time, I'd like to invite Iron County leadership. Jacob Borges. Michael Meekum. Ryan Robison. Our next graduate is from Sevier County. This time I'd like to invite Sevier County leadership. Officer Eli Jensen. And our next graduate is from Tooele County. I would like to invite Tooele County leadership, along with the father-in-law of the next graduate, James Richard, of the Tooele County Sheriff's Office. Ryan Quitner. Our next graduate represents Uinta County. This time I would like to invite Uinta County leadership. Russell Stewart.
How often we have to look up, dude?
Our next two cadets represent Washington County. At this time, I would like to welcome up Washington County leadership. I would also like to welcome BJ Judy of the Washington County Sheriff's Office, currently Patrol Chief Deputy. Also the father-in-law of Jaron Akita. Wesley Woodland.
Okay, I can do that. Oh. What do you want? Congratulations. Congratulations. Thanks, appreciate it. Thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
The next 13 officers represent the Utah Department of Corrections. So at this time, I would like to invite, we also have AP&P,
Yes.
3 agents. I apologize. I would also like to invite up Jason Lunnan. He's the father-in-law of Jaden Martellis. And next, I would like to invite up the uncle of our next graduate, Camilo Reyes, a correctional case manager with adult probation and parole. Max Moffitt. Yesenia Torres Macias. Our next group of graduates will be going to our Division of Prison Operations. At this time, I'd like to invite up Division Prison Operation Leadership. Rigo Archuleta. Devin Irwin. Diego Vasquez. Madison Gilmore. Hunter Gunnell. Vern Jensen.
Thank you.
Jaden Martinez. Robert Reed. Nikaylee Schrerbel. Jeremiah Winterburn.
Throughout the course of the academy, there are a few cadets who stand out above some of their fellow classmates, and we would like to recognize them at this time. The PT award is determined by averaging the PT scores from the final BCO test and other tests throughout the course of the academy. The PT award for session 348 goes to Jeremiah Winterburn. The academic award is given to the cadet with the highest test average of all exams taken during the academy. The recipient of the academic award is Devin Irwin. Irwin, stand by for a second.
Oh, you're special.
The overall Outstanding Achievement Award is determined by finding the averages of the academic and PT scores. The award goes to the cadet who has the highest average of the two. The recipient of this award is also Devin Irwin. The Professionalism Award is determined by a combination of peer evaluations and votes from the training coordinators and is given to the cadet who displayed the most professional behavior throughout the class. The Professionalism Award goes to Madison Gilmore. Congratulations to all of our special awards recipients. At this time, we'll have a special speech from one of our class members. That will be Eli Jensen from the Sevier County Sheriff's Office.
Hi, everyone. Honored guests and fellow classmates of 348. Back in September, 3 months seemed like an eternity. But we all have pushed to make it to this moment. When we look back to September, it was hard to believe that only way we knew each other were the names on our name tags. Now we have reached the point where a name tag means nothing. We might all be different last names, but we have become family. We have been through a lot together. We have survived the lofty lectures on criminal law and constitutional law. We studied investigations and the Utah Code, which felt like forever. In the moment, we survived the defensive tactics, course, and the instructors working and pushing us through each day. No one could forget the reminders. Oh, how I hated the reminders. We survived the rain and cold while doing morning physical PT. We survived the final DT test, which may have been the first time some of us have ever fought. We survived many, many written tests as well. All these things we were pushing us to become who we are right now. We pretend to think we learned everything there is to know, while some days we think we had filled our heads with all the knowledge. There was always more and more for us to learn. Corrections is about the people. And we spent the last 3 months learning and understanding that there is something in everyone, which can be helped. Sometimes all some need is the right guidance to get there. We have learned about different situations and how to handle them when the time comes, because there's no second chances at these points of inflection. I know there were days some of us would struggle academically, physically, and emotionally. We counted on our fellow classmates to be our support and our optimistic influence, which allowed us to move forward. I am sure that it is something that we will all remember. For Sergeant Apple, I also believe he has been seen our potential and would not allow us to fail. As he would say, second place is the first place loser, and no one wants that position. In my eyes, looking at our sergeant, I feel he has grown too. This was his first pre-service class, and if you didn't know, you couldn't tell. One experience that made me and my classmates will hold dear to our hearts is when our sergeant let us be a part of a special moment in his life. When we all got a recorded video to congratulate his new fiance on their engagement, and we will always remember that. Sergeant Apple, we are honored to be your first class, and this is something that will always be remembered. As we move on and go our separate ways, we will use the knowledge and the skills we have learned to help us be our best in our careers. Not only putting to work what we have known, but continuing to learn new skills to help us excel in life. In our jobs, we get the luxury of only getting one chance to be judged. Each situation we handle will be indicative of our character. This is when the many hours of studying, practicing, and testing will pay off. This graduation is proof of a lot of hard work, and we are proud of all that we have accomplished in our effort. We want to thank all of you for coming and spending this special occasion with us. We have a lot of people that we would like to thank. On behalf of Class 348, we would like to thank all the staff for making this possible. We would also like to give a special thanks to Lieutenant Horsley, Sergeant Apple, Sergeant Cook, wherever Sergeant Cook's at, and our class supervisors. We would like to thank Captain Crane, Chief Thomas, Assistant Chief Karuba, Academic Advisor Dennis Walker. We'd also like to thank all the instructors for taking time out of their days to teach us. And last but not least, I would like to thank the families and friends of everyone here for allowing us to chase our dreams and goals, sacrificing their time for the benefit of ourselves so that we can provide. Your support has helped each and every one of us here today. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so I'm Lieutenant Horsley. I'm going to give my final closing remarks for this graduation. For some reason, I'm a little emotional today. So if I cry a little bit, please just bear with me. It's weird how you've been here for 28 and a half years and you look around and you see some of the people that you've known forever. And as your time gets short, you think about the times you've been here and you've done things with people and you've seen them grow and you've seen things change and people grow and improve, and that just sometimes that gets to me. But my closing remarks are very important to me, and I hope they're important to you. So just change all that now. Focus. Because I want to get my message across. So I'm sitting in bed one night, and I'm looking at Instagram. And I'm going through, and you scroll like you do, and you look at the next thing that makes you laugh. And this one comes up, and there's all these kids, and they're sitting there, and they're sad. And they go through every kid. and they're at some sort of school program or school play, and they're looking around, and you can see they're struggling. And all of a sudden, their head pops up, and who do they see? Their mom or dad walk in, and when they're like, and they're all excited, and they're sitting there, and you can see their personality and their emotions just rise. And so when I think about, when we usually close these meetings, we talk about you now are a part of a corrections family or a law enforcement family. And us as family members and fellow officers, if someone's struggling, when they see our face, I hope they feel the same way. I hope when they walk in, they go, oh, Horsley, I need to talk to you. I hope that I can bring that up, or they can go, hey, this person has been a help to me. And family is the most important thing. Corrections family, personal family, law enforcement family in general. We need to be there for each other. Now, I've got 3 ways to do that, and I hope you'll listen to those 3 ways, because I don't want to keep my message long. I want it to be short and to the point, and hopefully something you can remember. So my first way is your feet. Every one of us vote every day with our feet where we want to be. Whether that's to show up to a kid's play and he sees your face and he brightens up. We show up to a graduation to support our family. We go to the hospital because someone's struggling. Every day we vote with our feet. Where we put ourselves in life is because of our feet. And you need to remember that. The second thing, which we all have, is hands. Our hands lift, our hands support. We need to be that hand to somebody next to us. And the last thing is your heart. I know you're going to say, oh, because it's love. Well, yeah, a little bit. What does the heart do? The heart pumps oxygen, and you need oxygen to every part of your body. How does your heart get oxygen? By moving, using your hands and your feet. You can't have love or get that oxygen to your body if you're not doing those 2 other things. So you need to get off your butt, and you need to get out there, and you need to support your family, whatever it looks like. It's important. We need to be there for each other. And when I taught these guys, they're all a bunch of knuckleheads. But I love every one of them because they're a part of us now. Even though we're jails and prisons, it does not matter. Our families, we all should be there for each other. And my final closing remark is, welcome to the Corrections family. And thank you for your service. Our final duty is to retrieve the colors. Would the audience please rise?
Honor God, halt. Right face. Retrieve. Following. Forward. Mark.
Thank you. Our graduation is complete.
Hey, you guys got to wait. They're going to do the last cheer for you.
Just here.
Be prepared to have your socks knocked off.
For everyone here, I would like to give one last reminder to show everyone who we are by our chant and who we represent.
Ready in? 3, 2, 1.
3, 4, 8,